Tonight is the fifth and final adventure of our The One Ring actual plays. This is the fifth adventure in the starter set, the box set. If you haven't already checked out those other adventures, go please check them out. Or if you're watching this on the playlist, thank you so much. We appreciate everyone that's tuned in for every single one of them. It feels like just a few weeks ago that we started these, and now they're coming to a conclusion. So thank you everyone that has tuned in and watched. And we really greatly appreciate it. This is the fifth adventure to Soothe, the Savage Beast. Stick around. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today on the show, we're playing To Soothe the Savage Beast, the fifth adventure in the One Ring starter set, published by Freely Publishing. If you are interested in picking up this starter set, the link is in the description of this video, as well as the link to the Drive-Thru RPG site where you can pick it up digitally, and it's also an affiliate link. So if you'd like to support the show a little bit that way, and you're planning on picking it up digitally, it does both at the same time. All right, without further ado, let's bring our cast on and our amazing lore master for these actual plays. Let me bring them on here. We've got Will, we've got Amanda, we've got Austin, we've got Em, and we've got Ben. Thank you, everyone. This is the fifth and final adventure. Thanks. I'm just going to throw the show over to Will. There you go. That's yours,
I went in the
my
right
friend.
direction for once. Thanks. Hey, everybody. So I'm excited. Hey, if you did enjoy these 5 adventures, they were all written by a friend, I think, of Doug's and mine, and maybe some of the rest of us too, James Michael Spahn, who's a really great writer that does awesome stuff for The One Ring and for other games too. Anyway, just wanted to call that out.
Absolutely. James does great work, and we've had him on the show a few times.
Yeah.
Also, let's give a shout out to Hungry Ewok. Look at that down below.
Hungry
Ewok. We
Ewok.
appreciate it. We appreciate that. Appreciate the love. The conclusion of this epic starter set. Love them all. Thanks for all the fun. Thank you so much. And
He's making us all hungry.
if you enjoy these sessions, please hit the like button down below. And if you'd like to see more of us, and especially this cast, hopefully they'll return after these sessions are over, and we'll do more actual plays. And we'd love to have you join us. All right, sorry to interrupt you all a little bit, but yes, James Spahn is just amazing.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks. Well, okay, so a few things. Point of business, right? First off, we're coming into this. This is episode 5, as Doug mentioned. So if you'd like to watch the first 4 episodes, they are all available on the VCG channel on YouTube, so you can catch those there. And I think they go to the podcast too, don't they, Doug?
We do, yeah. We make those into audio podcasts as well.
Oh, very cool. So you can listen to them on the VCG podcast as well. Another thing that is pretty cool, I think, is that because you can go back and listen to those, you don't have to start here today if you don't know, but I think you could start here today if you wanted to. And I'd like to start with just a real brief recap of what happened last time. So if you didn't see the last episode and you want to see it without spoilers, now's your chance. Yeah, plug your ears, right? So I'm going to throw it out to y'all. Would one of you like to give a quick recap of where we are? You're pointing away from Doug.
I just know that Austin gave a great recap before we went live, but I don't want to put him on the spot.
Right. Our last session was involuntary postman. We were in a holding cell in Mickeldelving for our adventure in crimes. And we were traded our freedom in exchange for delivering a mysterious piece of mail across the Shire to Farmer Maggot. When we arrived at Farmer Maggot's house, it turned out that Bilbo himself was there waiting for us.
Indeed. So everybody had a great meal. There was a little bit of discussion, but not too much. And they set you up with a bed for the night. And we'll pick up there, I think, after maybe a brief introduction of our characters. Hopefully everybody's got an idea of who the characters are at this point, but we do some changing in between episodes. Seems like every time you see M, she's playing somebody different. So maybe let's go through and do quick character introductions. I want to start today. I'm going to go counterclockwise. Let's start with Doug.
All right. I'm Rory Mack, Brandy Buck. I'm brother to Primula, who's not in this cast anymore. And I'm soon to inherit the title of Master of Buckland. For the moment, I'm a stout hobbit, suspicious of anything uncanny, and always ready to defend my sister. But probably that won't come into play, but we'll see.
She was tired of hanging out with you all and left back to Buckland last night.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ben.
So I am playing Drogo Baggins. I am a cousin of Bilbo, and I also have been recently engaged to Primula, and so I'm sad to see her go. But I know that with the adventuring road ahead, it may be a little dangerous, and I will rest better on the road knowing that she is there. I'm definitely one of the older of this group, apart from Bilbo himself. But that doesn't mean we can't, get into a little trouble every now and again. I mean, that's what a someone who's trying to marry into the Brandybuck family would do, right?
Yep, perfect. All right,
You all know Bilbo. Bilbo is a friend of bears and a guest of eagles. Bilbo is the ring winner and luck wearer and even a barrel rider. This is the same Bilbo that you all know, who is the greatest Hobbit adventurer of all time. And, he's here to stir up a little bit of adventure on the rest of these boring little hobbits. Not boring, comfortable. That's a better word for it.
Very PC. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Austin.
Hey, I'm playing Paladin Took. I'm the younger brother to Esmeralda Took. Eventually, I'll have a farm of my own, but being the young hobbit that I am, I don't really need to get weighed down by responsibility yet, so why not have a little fun and see the Shire?
Yeah. Who could ask for anything more? All right. And Amanda.
I'm playing Esmeralda Took. I'm another one of the younger hobbits of the group, still in my tweens, and I'm just trying to get a little bit of adventure. Soothe that Tookish drive to go and get into a little bit of trouble. Not too far from home, though. Just a little trouble around the Shire. And for anyone who is interested, Esmeralda Took in the greater Lord of the Rings lore will eventually be Meriadoc Brandybuck's mother. But that's a ways off from where we are right now.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we have 2 Tooks, a Brandybuck, and 2 Baggins. Interesting. I think, in the chat, if we have...
Nothing bad will happen.
Nothing bad will happen, yeah. I think in the chat for this session, like if anybody can work in where it makes sense, fool of a took, then I'm really happy. I'm going to look for that in the chat. So anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So as mentioned, you all had spent the night at Bamfurlong, which is the farm of Farmer Maggot out here in the East Farthing. And you awake to the scent of eggs and mushrooms cooking and something baked. What could that be? As you wander down the stairs, you see a plate piled high with fresh scones and the eggs and mushrooms. Yeah.
Drogo, would you mind passing one of those?
Oh, sure. Yes. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Me too, please.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Don't be stingy, Drogo. Pass one over. Thank you.
What? Oh, thank you.
Ah,
Mm.
excellent.
Oh, go.
Farmer Maggot is a good cook and baker, it would appear.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
seems pretty good.
A good piece of news for each of you. You should restore your characters to full endurance.
Hooray!
You've had a few days of rest at this point.
And good food.
Also, I'm trying to remember where we ended up on your hope for everyone. I think we refreshed some hope like a little while ago during last session, if I'm not mistaken.
We did meet an elf.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, everybody in chat now is getting hungry because of all the delicious scones being passed around. I gotta admit, I feel the same, but I feel the need to talk. So
I'm sorry I didn't bring you any, Will.
it's okay. All right. So the meal goes well. Any attempts that you make to discuss business before the meal is done, the dishes are cleared, and everything is cleaned up, is dismissed out of hand by Farmer Maggot and also by Bilbo.
As is appropriate.
Yeah. But once it's all done, Farmer Maggot gestures you all out onto the front porch, and sitting upon a long bench under the eaves of Bamfurlong, he takes a long draw from his pipe that he's just lit, and he gazes out at a small ruined building on the far side of his wide farmlands. "Chickens!" he says suddenly as he blows out a long line of blue-gray smoke. "It is because of my chickens that I sent my letter, Master Baggins." Any hint of jest fades away as he leans into you and your friends. "And to be honest, I am glad you have not come alone. When I saw that thing that night, blood in its teeth and fire in its eyes, I knew that it had something to do with ken beyond myself or any other folk in the East Farthing. It was a beast, I tell you, and not some hungry wolf that came up from Dunland starving. This was a black thing, and its fur had been burnt by kindling, with nothing natural about it, and it set chills down my spine. No easy task, mind you. But when I heard it growl at me, we locked eyes, and I saw naught but lust for death in its gaze. It meant to kill me, and more than just my chickens and their coop. I grabbed my lantern in one hand, you see, and my chopping axe. And if it was going to take me, it wasn't going to take me down without a fight. Before I knew what happened, it was on me, crossing the field in a bound and pinning me to the soil, snarling and slavering." Maggot's eyes glaze over with the memory as you see him tremble at the recollection. "In a fit, I swung my lantern up and it shattered, pouring oil upon its muzzle, and it yelped and screamed as the fire blazed, and it fled into the dark. The last thing I saw before it disappeared toward the Brandywine were those horrible, fiery eyes." He sets his pipe on the bench beside him and says, "It's still out there. I swear I've seen it beyond the edges of Bamfurlong on more than one night since then. Those eyes burning into me in the dark. And if the stirrings from Buckland are any hint, it's causing no end of trouble there too. Master Bilbo, sir, I was hoping that you and your friends here might help me and Buckland to put a stop to that foul thing's hunting before it gets a taste for something more than chickens."
Of course! Of course! We will take care of this immediately. Fiery eyes, you say? How did the ground feel beneath you? Was it cold? He's like furiously scribbling down this tale.
It felt like ground, as far as I could tell.
I'm going to say the cold, wet earth beneath you. Like that of a grave! All right.
Is that relevant to the beast?
It is relevant to the narrative, Esmeralda.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
I see.
Well, it
No.
sounds like you injured this, so it should be scared of us, right? We should be able to frighten it away with no problem. Little more fire and perhaps a little shouting, and this whole affair will be over.
Drogo,
Perhaps so, young master, but I don't really know. I couldn't say. It's not come to me again.
I don't think he wants us to scare it away.
Kind sir, are you sure it wasn't, and glance over at Rory, are you sure it wasn't a rogue brandy buck? I mean, their irritability when they're hungry is legendary.
Farmer Maggot glances at Rory. I think I would know a brandy buck ere I seen one. They've been around these parts before.
And I'll stifle a laugh and just kind of nudge Esmeralda.
Don't mind the tooks, Rory. I'm sure that it was not a brandybuck. No, this sounds as if it is a true adventure. And I'm quite interested to find out exactly what this is. Now, hobbits, you have the weapons that I gave you at the start of our adventures.
Yes.
Yes.
I still have the bow and my knife.
Yeah.
And my sword.
What are you doing?
Oh. I just get excited. Sorry.
It's good to take inventory. I also have my sword, Sting.
There's not much I can offer you all in reward, but I will offer you a bed at Bamfurlong anytime should you ever need it in the days to come. And I'd be mightily offended if you didn't take this basket of mushrooms with you as snacks along the way.
Oh, very kind. Thank you.
Thank you.
He hands you a gigantic basket full of different caps, all delicious looking. Assuming you're a fungi person.
Oh, I am a fun guy.
Yeah, I think all hobbits are. Yeah, fun guys
That's
and gals.
forbiddable.
Yeah.
A generous gift.
Mm-hmm.
Now?
Be on the lookout for that burnt beast.
Where exactly was the last place you saw it?
Well, I've seen it skulking about my farm, but come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen it except at night.
Oh.
It's last I heard, though, it was somehow crossed over into Buckland and has been troubling the Brandybucks.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the last news I heard out of Buckleberry.
Okay.
Sounds
So
as
you
good a
may
place
want to
as
cross
any.
the Brandywine at Buckleberry Ferry, and to do so, you should probably depart this same evening. Yes, this very evening.
Rory,
Well,
didn't Primula start heading back that way?
Maybe.
She did.
Yeah, she did. Oh, but yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, you're right. She did.
That could
Well,
be a problem.
We need to catch up with her.
We should leave as soon as possible. When can you all be ready?
I gotta finish my scone.
Well, yes, of course, after scones.
Of course.
Warm, salty, buttery, delicious.
Very good.
All right. So I think
Literally
we're
can't talk.
pretty much ready to head out now.
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as it gets a little later in the day, you head out from Bamfurlong, and you head up the causeway that takes you toward Buckleberry Ferry. It's an easy trip. The evening air feels strangely still, and you don't see any hobbits outside relaxing, or no children chasing fireflies. It's pretty quiet out, really. About an hour into your trip, you're probably... Uh-oh. Did we lose a Doug?
He's back.
I'm good.
Okay.
I just filled my mouth with stone and it's a little dry, so.
He was hiding his shame.
Perfect.
Every time I take a bite, it's like a cascade of crumbs.
Excellent. Yeah, so about an hour into your trip, you're around halfway to the ferry. Each of you feels this. There's a sense... You've probably only felt this a few times in your life. You live in the Shire. But you get a sense of creeping dread coming over you. It's you... And as you think about it, it's almost as if, you feel like this must be how a rabbit feels when it gets caught out by, a predator. It's a very disheartening feeling, and you feel it seeping into your bones as you continue to walk.
I'll probably unshoulder my bow and keep it ready just in case.
Will, may I draw an inch of my blade and see if Sting has reacted at all?
Yeah, of course. You pop it out just a little bit, and it hasn't, actually. It's normal silvery colored.
Stay close, young hobbits.
Can I make an awareness roll? Would that work?
Oh, you want to look around for the source of this sense of dread, potentially?
Maybe there's some
heck
sort
yeah,
of-
man.
Yeah. All right. Let me. All right. So I'm. What is that? Favored in this? So I get to roll 2d12 and then.
Fancy. Yeah.
So I had a target number 14. I hit a 15 and 1. So I have an 8, a 1, and a 6.
So what's your total? Did you
So that
meet
is
your
15? Yes, I met my target number.
Nice.
And
Very good.
I have a 6 with it.
And you did have a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So you kind of, as you're walking down the causeway, you look around, and over to the south of the causeway, there is a fence with kind of a bush growing in front of it. And at a couple of intervals, as you're looking off in that direction, you see just the faintest glimpse of a pair of red eyes off between the bushes behind the fence, and then it's gone.
Nope.
And then as you look around a little bit farther along, like a house maybe set back a few feet, or not, sorry, feet. God, a few thousand centimeters away from the
Distance is fake.
It's
Whatever.
distance. It's
From
a ways
amount
back.
of
It's set a ways
away.
back. Yeah, there in that direction. Good grief. You see the set of eyes peer around from the side of the building and then vanish again.
Did you see those eyes?
What eyes?
What color were they?
They're red.
Yeah. And the sun is setting now.
Oh, and the sun is setting.
Well, we can see that, Rory.
You didn't see the eyes, so I didn't know if you saw the sunset setting.
We should hurry along. Get
Yes.
inside.
Something's like following us.
To be hunted. This is the true feeling of fear. Memorize it. Listen to your instincts.
My instincts are telling me to run home.
Well, we're going to get towards buildings, which is significantly closer than home. But they're just waking up, Esmeralda. You keep following those instincts.
Okay.
I think that we should probably run.
Spot of energy
Okay.
to go then. That's
Strengthen yourself.
Before
Yeah, you're gonna-
before we take off, I'm gonna reach down and fasten all the buttons on my scone pocket so I don't lose any while we're trying to flee.
Very good thinking.
That
Very
is thinking.
smart.
Yeah.
I feel like hobbits are the ones that invented Velcro, specifically for quick snack access.
That's perfect. Yeah, okay. So you secure your scones appropriately, taking all due caution, and start to run along the causeway. It's not long before you reach the winding road that turns off east from the causeway and begins going down the path toward Buckleberry Ferry. And in the distance, not far, you can see the Brandywine River with sort of some of the starlight from up above reflected in it. As your uneasy journey reaches its destination, you can see further down the lane the square floating platform of the Buckleberry Ferry as well. With no ferrymen attending it at night, you'll have to cross on your own. But the water is calm and the stars are bright. And you each sigh with a little bit of released tension, which is prematurely interrupted when you see a pair of red eyes come up from a ditch along the western side of the causeway and in front of your path.
I told you the red eyes.
Steady, hobbits! Draw your weapons.
This may have once been a dog or a wolf, but its fur is burnt and stiff. It's the color of cold ashes. It has definitely that fiery gleam in its eye as it prowls toward you, and it never flinches. It has a predatory confidence that seems to grow with every step it takes toward you. Never once does it make a sound, not even its footfalls. And it's nearly as tall as a hobbit at its shoulders.
No!
It peels back its lips in a silent snarl that reveals white fangs stained pink, and it breaks into a charge toward you.
No!
So, you have really only two choices at this point, right? You can fight this thing because it's coming for you, or you can try and break around it and run for the ferry and get the ferry moving. Those are really the two things you can do. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm running.
What do you want to do?
Stand your ground!
You're running?
I'm running.
I'm
Don't
gonna-
watch as
I'm
everyone
gonna-
dart.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a scone out of my pocket and throw it right at its face to try to distract it.
And then run?
And then run.
Okay. Everyone who's running, make an athletics roll.
Oh, I don't think I'm that.
Oh,
Oh,
good thing
no.
I'm real good at this.
Good thing I'm horrible at this.
Hey, Lore Master Will,
Ooh.
can you remind the audience, and totally not the players, how to roll in this game?
I would love to remind the audience how to roll in this game. So this game is really cool. I like it a lot. It's got these really beautiful dice. I don't know if you can see like the little Gandalf rune on it. It's really pretty. Anyway, so this is a 12-sided dice. It's got a Gandalf rune and an Eye of Sauron rune on it. Every roll you roll is going to take one of these no matter what. And then if you have a skill in something, then you're also going to roll the number of success dice, these little 6-sided dice that add up to whatever the number of pips that you have in that skill. And then finally, if it's underlined, if it's a favored skill, it'll be underlined. That means you roll 2, you have advantage, and you take whichever one rolls better out of the 2 with the feat dice. So say you have a 3 in awareness or a 2 in awareness, then you just roll 1 feat dice, 2 other dice. You roll them, you total up the number, and then also let us know if you get a Gandalf rune, that's an automatic success. If you get any 6s on your 6-sided dices, it's got this cool little T Tengwar rune on it. If you get those, then that can upgrade your success. So pretty cool, pretty simple.
What happens if you roll an 11?
There is no 11 on
So
the
it goes
on
one
the
through
normal
10.
dice. Oh, but if
Yeah.
you have normal 12-sided
Uh-huh.
dice, yeah, perfect. So a 1 through 10 is 1 through 10, and 11 is the Eye of Sauron, which is the equivalent of a 0. And the Gandalf rune is the 12, which is the equivalent of just you succeed, right? You just
Yay, good
succeed
job.
at the thing. Yeah. No matter what your number was. So you're trying to get your target number from your character sheet for whichever column you're actually operating out of at the moment, which is either your strength TN, your heart TN, or your wits TN target numbers. Yeah.
Okay. What if I failed, but
That-
I rolled a Tengwar rune?
Well, in order for the Tengwars to apply, you do have to succeed, unfortunately.
Dang
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yeah, no, I failed.
I failed.
Yeah. Phil,
So,
okay.
I'm favored in athletics.
Mhm.
I got a Gandalf rune on both of my dice and a 6.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Paladin.
Wow.
Paladin is
Wow.
leaving us all in
Wow.
the dust.
You're like,
is what is happening there.
yeah. So you're going to be the first one to the ferry, and you'll be able to start like getting it ready to like untying its moors and things like that potentially. All right. So if you fail your roll, you're falling behind, but you're still running. But it does leave you open to potentially be attacked by the wolf. So the people who failed, sorry, Rory, Esmeralda, Bilbo, and Drogo, you all okay?
We
4
all
of you
failed.
I
failed.
got an
Sweet.
Eye of Sauron.
I
Oh no.
No.
had a little
Yeah.
too many scones and mushroom caps.
Alright.
And
Yeah.
Little
Feeling a
too
little
many-
sluggish.
that's a
Little
little
too many
sluggish.
scones. Oh my gosh. All right, so I am going to roll now for the... oh, wow, he's better than I thought he was. The Burnt Beast.
Oh, I can hear all those dice.
That's so
You
many
hear
dice.
all those dice?
Whoa.
Oh, and then I have to do an eeny, meeny, miny, because there's 4 of you.
Mhm.
Or you could just do it on me because I literally rolled the Eye of Sauron.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like Bilbo was standing
Yeah,
there
that's
and was
fair.
like, standing at the hobbits! And then
All right,
everyone
Bilbo.
scattered. And he was like,
What's your parry rating?
They're like, ah.
What's your parry rating?
My parry rating is 17.
17? That's actually pretty good. Okay, let's see if he rolled 17. There's 9. There's 13. There's... Really? I got 16, so he misses. Yeah, he snatches at you, and you just barely manage to run out of his reach right as he's like nipping at your heels. So, yeah. All right. We're gonna do one more athletics roll. Everybody needs to make it,
no.
except for Paladin, who's already there getting the ferry ready to go.
Ugh.
This is just really unlikely,
Uh-oh.
y'all, for me to get this. I rolled the same thing as before.
Yeah.
Literally,
Oh, no.
different dice, same 2 numbers.
Okay, same story.
With my great success, is there anything I can do to help?
You're getting the boat ready.
The boat
Yeah.
is now
Yeah,
ready.
you're
I
already...
guess that's true. I guess that's
Yeah.
true.
Would it- would it-
There's no helping us. we're
Oh.
helpless.
Bilbo. Okay, he's gonna hit you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And he got a Tengwar rune
Oh
too.
no! Oh no! Oh no!
So let me just see how I want to make that work.
If the devil dog doesn't kill Bilbo.
It'd be very problematic for the canon of this verse.
It would be amazing.
It really would, wouldn't it? Okay, he didn't get a piercing blow. He's not going to try and pierce. It's just going to be a heavy blow. So he's going to do a little extra damage to your endurance. So you will... you're going to have 5 plus 5. He's going to do 5 damage to your endurance.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that put you into the weary zone? Do you have less endurance than your load?
That's a great question. So my endurance started at 23, And my load is... Where do I see my load?
It's over next to current endurance on the right. It should be... It's probably not very...
It's completely
it's probably
blank.
not very high.
That part of the character sheet is blank for me.
Yeah, I don't think you have... I think you've just got...
Might be like
one.
1 or 2 based upon weapons.
Yeah, because you guys don't have like armor and stuff. That's what really gives you...
If I count my load that's on my character sheet under war gear, it says load 1.
Okay, so you're still good then.
Okay.
All right. So he gets like at you, and you feel, some of your strength being sapped as he's like on you and pawing at your back, and yeah. But you all make it to the ferry, which is already starting to be pushed off from the side thanks to the lovely paladin Took. And as you jump across onto the ferry, the wolf takes a look at the water, and it takes a look at you all, or the burnt beast, I guess. Because we don't know if it's a wolf or what it is, but it certainly looks like a big nasty wolf type thing. Yeah. It backs away. And
swim
It doesn't like
just like
water.
me. Oh, I can't swim. Oh, I can't swim.
Just
Okay,
sit
okay.
down. Don't make any sudden movements. You'll be fine, Drogo.
Sorry.
you see as the shore recedes away from your view, still for a while, that pair of red eyes watching you, before it eventually darts off toward the north along the riverbank. Yeah.
Oh, I swear, if this beast doesn't get us, this river will be the death of me. Oh,
You're fine. Just sit down. Just don't. Just
we're here.
Yep.
Bilbo's
We'll be
there,
across
just
in
like
no time.
bleeding profusely. It's so
Ah!
great, Drogo. I believe in you. You've got this.
Do you
Just
need
take deep breaths in with me and out.
Bilbo, do you need
You're so
help?
Great. Oh, right. Yes.
You have a large wound there.
Good job. Good job. Drogo.
Does anyone have any skill in healing?
I do.
That is a thing that you could do.
It got
Okay,
my
I'm gonna-
journaling on.
I'm gonna try to patch Bilbo up.
Yeah.
I can't roll this evening. This D12 is going in dice jail.
It's dark. We're on a ferry. It's fine. Bilbo's
Yeah.
very understanding.
Yeah.
I can't even see what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
What an excellent point, Esmeralda. We should have prepared fire if we're going to be dealing with a beast that is frightened of fire.
Is it really frightened of fire? Or did it just run away because it caught on fire? I feel like that's a pretty reasonable reaction. Most things run away when you light them on fire. I know I would, and I'm not generally afraid of fire.
What if we don't have fire? We can't light it on fire.
That's a good point.
Grumman,
I
how are
think-
you feeling?
Oh, we'll be okay once we get to the other side.
I think
Off-
that we need to use
off this
something to
water?
lure the beast other than ourselves. I don't like being bait.
I could be bait.
What? Yes, I know, hungry. I can't. Dice hate me. Always hate me. But Farmer Maggot said that it was after his chickens, right?
I think it is now. Maybe a little hungry for hobbits. Did you see its pink teeth?
I saw the pink teeth.
I feel as if it has fed recently. Worry, I won't feel better until we see Primula for ourselves.
That's right.
I didn't even think about that. Oh,
Where
I
would
hope
she have
she's
gone?
okay.
Who was she engaged to again? Is it Drogo?
Drogo, yeah.
Drogo.
Drogo's mid panic attack on a boat, and we're like,
No.
I hope your fiance isn't dead.
Fine.
Hope that
Fine.
beast didn't eat her.
It's fine. I've got my emotional supports going.
All right, so you're pulling the ferry along with the rope and pulley system that's kind of attached, and it gets to the other side of the Brandywine River, and you tie it off there. You get off and you start walking, and you are very, very shortly accosted. Accosted, maybe a strong word. Anyway, a Bucklander with a lantern approaches you, and he's got one hand resting on the pommel of a sheathed short sword. He's a little terse. It's like, you hobbits aren't supposed to be using the ferry at night. You know that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
We know what it looks like. It was kind of an emergency. We were being chased.
Well, you're to be escorted to Brandy Hall immediately.
Oh, good. Ah, yes. Yes,
Okay.
good.
For your own safety, of course.
Right.
For our own safety, I will have you know that we are just survived an encounter with the burned beast.
Hmm.
It is perhaps your safety you should be concerned about.
But either way, we can absolutely go with you, and quickly.
This,
Have you seen the burned beast?
He looks at each of you in turn, and then he seems to some recognition dawns in his face when he sees Rory. His young Master Rory. I didn't recognize you at first among these strange hobbits. But yes, it's true. There are rumors of a savage creature that's been threatening the locals here among Buckland. I hear tell of some kind of wild dog or some sort of beast with red
They're not
eyes.
just rumors. It
Yes,
attacked
yes.
us just now. Look at
just
Bilbo's
saw it.
arm.
Well, it's been prowling around Crick Hollow, I hear.
it's been.
But-
wow.
But you haven't seen the beast on this side of the river?
Well, Crick Hollow's on this side of the river. I haven't seen it personally, no.
Oh, that's right. So
But
it
I can
has
take you
figured
to
out how
Brandy Hall.
Get across the water somehow.
Unless there's more than one.
Ugh. I don't like the idea of there being more than one.
Keep your mouth shut, Paladin. Not out under the stars. We can speak more of your theory when we're inside Brandy Hall.
All right. So he's going to lead you off toward Brandy Hall. He says, by the way, my name is Braddock. So Braddock, the watchman, is going to lead you up the road to the main entrance of the grand Hobbit hole that is Brandy Hall. Much to your surprise, those of you who've never been here before, given the time of night, you see none other than the master of Buckland, Gorbadoc Brandybuck himself, pacing on the front walk. He's got a pipe clenched between his teeth, and he's leaning heavily on a wooden cudgel. He's a very aged hobbit, very heavy aged hobbit, and he looks up at the light of Braddock's lantern and smiles. And he says, "Glad to see you, my lads and lasses." His face definitely looks troubled, but yeah. He waves it away and offers Braddock a quick thank you for escorting you all here and invites you all to inside for some late night victuals.
Obviously.
Yes.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. There might even be some leftover scones from earlier in the day.
We should check if they've heard or seen Tremula, if she made it back here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, let's ask questions.
Maybe.
Have you seen Premulia? Primula? I don't know what's
Well,
Primula.
Your
Yeah, my
sister.
sister.
Looking for your sister.
From you.
Yes, boy, your sister arrived here yesterday evening.
Oh, crap.
Oh,
Alive?
She's just fine, thank you.
Oh,
nice.
good.
Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay, where are those guns?
Yeah. Head in and they lay out a, as mentioned, some late night victuals, but there's ham, there's scones, there's all manner of like fresh veggie treats and just all sorts of good stuff. Anything you could probably want. Quail's eggs, delicious. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Plenty of food.
Always.
Nom, nom, nom.
So, we should probably wait until after the meal to start asking about the beast.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's not really polite dinner conversation.
Bilbo begins to cut a thick slice of like garlic rosemary bread, puts some cheese on top, sets it in front of the fire so the cheese can start to melt, and looks over at Esmeralda and Paladin and Drogo and Rory. You are correct. Perhaps we should wait until after we have eaten. But I wanted to say, all did a good job surviving that. It is some of the first real danger that you have faced. And while your instinct was to run, it did get us all out alive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have to ask you, if it comes down to it attacking us again, how do you think you should respond?
Running.
Hide.
All right,
Running
now,
and hiding. I think that's yeah.
let me ask you another question. If you run and hide, what do you think will happen to less prepared hobbits should this thing choose to approach one of them instead of yourselves?
They'll get eaten.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we gotta teach all the hobbits to run and hide.
Wait a minute. You're that Baggins fellow, yes? Bilbo Baggins?
Indeed.
Oh, welcome to Brandy Hall. I'm Gorbadoc, master of buckling.
Gorbadoc?
Gorbadoc.
Gorbadoc?
Yeah,
I've always wanted to meet you!
it works.
That's gonna be my father-in-law.
Did I hear you saying that you were attacked by some beast?
Yes.
Where
Birds,
did
beasts,
this happen?
Right on the other side of the ferry.
On the other side of the Brandywine.
Mhm.
Now, how is that to be possible? It makes no sense to me. This creature is only spotted here just last night. How could he have swum the length of the Brandywine and then back to trouble you there and then here?
Is this a werewolf? Okay, I don't even know if there's werewolves in the Lord of the Rings. Okay, I'm gonna calm down for a second. What is the moon sitch, Will?
What is the moon?
Can we get a moon check here?
Can we get a moon? Yes,
We
roll,
need a moon
roll for
check.
moon.
How do I roll for lunar
for
Sky.
phase?
Oh my god.
Lunar, no.
I'm actively spiraling.
That the moon. Okay, you know what? It's what? Freaking give me.
Will's actually gonna roll for it.
I'm gonna roll for moon.
Yeah.
Moon.
I don't even know if the moon changes. I
Oh
don't
my
know if it's like a
gosh.
circle. Is Middle Earth flat? I
Young.
don't know.
It's a full moon. What do you
It
know?
is a full moon. Oh.
Oh.
What do you know?
The conspiracies abound. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
There is actually, just for the record, such thing as werewolf in Middle Earth. Yeah.
Okay.
I know there was werebear. I couldn't remember if there were werewolves. So.
Good
Yeah.
point.
There's a renowned one in Mirkwood. Yeah.
Do you have
I remember that now.
a library, Gerbadirk? I'm sorry, I didn't gargle
Please
that quite enough, did I?
Please get it right next time. Yes, I have a library, but I'll tell you,
Mythological creatures.
it
You
doesn't
have a
make
preference.
sense. It's
Well,
not some mythological creature. It's
Have
clearly
you? Why wouldn't it be?
well, I mean, the bridge is to the north. This thing could have run to the bridge, correct?
It's really far, though.
There could be two.
Well, I'll tell you
Well,
that just
I
last
don't
night.
like that idea at all. I would much rather it's a werewolf than there be two of them.
I'll tell you that just last night, Rollo Boffin was around here sounding the alarm, claiming that he saw the beast at the edge of his property in Crickall.
We
And
should definitely speak.
Livestock
with
has
Ruffalo.
been.
What did I do? Did I say it wrong? Ruffo?
Did you say Ruffalo?
Yeah, Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo? Oh my God.
The Hulk is here. What's so different about the werewolf?
So you're a werewolf and a Hulk. It's all you need.
God.
And if we bring a Hulk to the werewolf, it'll be evenly matched.
Oh my goodness. Whew. Yeah. Well, fine hobbits, I'd say, you're welcome to go off searching, do whatever you'd like on the morrow. But tonight, you should sleep well in Brandy Hall. I will assure that you have rooms to sleep in, and it is, of course, getting quite late, and I will take my leave of you for the night. And he's going to retire.
All right.
Bilbo's gonna pick up his toasty cheese now and pull it apart in the middle so it gets all stretchy, and takes a thoughtful bite before returning to the conversation he's having before Glurk interrupted. It's like, but if it does come down to a situation where we are faced with it again, I want to know, would you be prepared to fight this creature?
I feel like the answer you're looking for is yes.
I want a truthful answer.
Okay,
Esmeralda.
then yes.
I will try. I will rise to the occasion. Yes.
I will try really hard.
I will totally.
Rory
What?
Brandybuck,
Yes.
I want you to consider the feeling that you had when you thought this could have had your sister.
Oh, yeah.
I want you all to think about what would have happened to Primula.
Okay.
Could have easily happened. That could happen to any good hobbit.
Yeah, Drogo.
And steal your heart for what might come.
I was closer to it than you were, Rory. You ran faster.
Yeah. It's because I didn't have all the scones in my pockets like you.
Look, I have scones for every occasion.
I'm so excited that just happened.
Don't want your pocket scones, Drogo.
Bilbo offers you half of his cheesy bread.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So it sounds like a pretty packed day for tomorrow. Don't know what your plans are for the night, but it would maybe be good to get some rest.
Rest, yes.
Yes.
Rest.
I'm going to grab all the ham off the table and bring it to the room.
Yes.
An entire hawk.
We're gonna use it as
The whole thing.
you're gonna use it as a pillow so you can like just roll over and while you're sleeping.
I have no plan, but it looks too good to leave there.
It would be lonely.
Yeah,
Right.
I understand, Paladin.
I can see that. Okay. Yeah. Go get some rest. Perfect.
Do I recover any endurance when I sleep?
You will recover some
Please,
endurance when
maybe.
you sleep. Yeah. I'm gonna say you'll recover all of your endurance when you sleep. It wasn't a wound, right? It was just endurance. So you get a good rest and it'll come back. Okay. You're like a rest in a nice place, like a hobbit hole, where it could be nicer, to be honest. All right. So Rory, you know that it's still dark outside because it's still dark in your room. But there is someone pounding on your door.
Nope. All right.
You've definitely gone to sleep, but now you're awakened by this.
I'll get up out of bed and go to the door and be like, "Yes, can I help you?"
It is your brother, Ceratus Brandybuck. Rory, we've got to wake those others. You all came here. You're thinking about what's going on, but you've got to hear the story. Rollo Boffin, he's here right now. He ran all the way from Crick Hollow to Brandy Hall, screaming that he'd seen the beast again. Let's get the rest of them. And he's going to run off and knock on the next door of whoever, he's going to go knock on Paladin's door. Right?
Our brother's so annoying.
Nice.
I'm gonna cover the ham, so that nobody knows. People will have questions when that much ham goes missing. I'm gonna get up, and I'm not gonna open the door. I'm gonna say, "Who is it?"
It's Ceratus Brandybuck.
What do you want? It's late.
Well, I'd like to garble some names at you, if you don't mind.
I think we should just make Will say every single time at every single door.
Oh my word!
No.
Yeah, I'll open the door and play along.
You all are gonna get woken up to this, right? And basically they're like, come back down to the hall, and you go down to the hall.
Oh, just here.
And it's probably maybe an hour before dawn. It looks like it's probably gonna get light here before too long. But there is a very nervous looking hobbit sitting down there, wringing his hands, and Ceratus introduces him. This is Rollo.
I've wanted to meet you for so long.
Ever since last night.
Ever since last night.
I saw that beast again, I tell you. I saw it.
Where?
Well, it came skulking around my farm. It had fur burnt black and red fiery eyes stalking back and forth near the edge of my property. I saw it right out the window, I did.
And the bloody teeth?
Oh, I didn't see any. Does it have bloody teeth?
Oh,
It might.
maybe?
I beg you to help me. Any help I could get, I would take.
But, yes, of course. Right?
I have questions.
Bilbo has
Ask
questions.
me anything. I'll answer anything.
It had what sort of fur?
Burnt black fur.
Burnt as in a color or burnt as in a condition? we talking about sienna here or like charred.
Blackened, charred, perhaps?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
And how would you describe
Red,
the eyes?
fiery eyes.
Red fiery eyes. Okay. Good to know. This,
That's our beast.
my friends, my good hobbits, leads me to believe there are not two. For good Master Maggot had only burned one, and each one we have found has been burned.
But didn't he say it also already looked burned when he first saw it before he lit it on fire?
Oh, that's a good question. Will, I did not catch that before. Did he say it was burned before he lit it on fire?
He may have.
We'll have to call him.
Yeah.
Does anybody have his number? Can we text him?
Get on your iPhone, see what you can find out. Sleuth away.
We need an orb ASAP. Okay. Or a moth. We can whisper to it and then cast it off like Gandalf. Okay.
Options for Middle Earth communication. Very slow letters. Wild animals. Cursed rocks.
We're tying things on the back of bunny rabbits, hoping they'll make it. Okay. I can focus, I swear.
When he finishes kind of his story and telling you everything about it, you notice Gorbadoc is standing in an open doorway back behind you. He's been listening quietly to all of this, from what you can tell.
Can I make
with
an
a
insight check on him?
Sure. Yeah, please.
Okay. I've got 3 pips in insight.
Okay, what are you hoping to find out?
I want to see if he's looking like nervous or like guilty at all.
Oh yeah,
Bilbo
absolutely.
still has a mind of like maybe this is a werewolf and he's
Or a
suspicious
wolf
of
were.
the people around. Or a wolf were. Yes, of course. I have on my traveling gear finely wrought pipe which says insight. Does that do anything special, or is it
Gives you
giving me one of my tips?
favored insight? Yeah.
So I roll 2 d12s.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna light up. What's your deal? And I rolled a 10, plus 14 for 24.
Ooh.
Double my target number. I know that's not anything significant, but I did roll a 6, and I did succeed.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure he doesn't have anything to do with this.
Okay.
In
cool.
fact, he has a little bit of a reluctant look on his face, and he nods and he says, "Rollo's right. We need to keep watchmen here, but it would be, I think, appropriate for your party to go out and help investigate, since you've encountered this creature before, after all, and so you're best prepared to potentially meet it again. What do you think?"
I agree, but we're going to need a backpack and the leftover ham.
I think we can arrange that.
Perfect.
Certainly, there's a ham around here somewhere.
There was a lot of it when I went to bed, and I was thinking bait.
So he'll provide. They'll find a ham from the larders, right?
A new ham?
A new ham. Yeah.
Paladin got off lucky.
I know. And when he gets a moment, he'll actually come over to you, Drogo, and he'll put a hand on your shoulder and he'll say, "Thank you, son, for what you're doing for my family and for my daughter. You and your family will always have a room at Brandy Hall."
Thank you, sir. And we will make this place safe again, and we'll do it quickly and return. I'm scared. I'm sorry, sir. I'll do what I can.
You'll do perfectly fine, I'm sure. This is just some beast that needs to be chased off or perhaps put out of its misery. It's hard to say. Okay.
Well, I have
Yeah.
a question.
Yeah,
Can Primula make an appearance real fast?
absolutely.
All right.
I'll allow it.
I just feel like
And she-
Drogo needs a little bit of like reassurance here. Let's see if I can like do this super fast. Haha!
Drogo needs a pep talk. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, my dear.
Primula
Drogo?
wanders down from the upstairs rooms.
Drogo, I didn't know you were here.
Yes, we got here late last night after a harrowing trip on the ferry.
Oh, I was so terribly frightened. I thought I heard something on the road. And now they're saying there's some sort of beast.
Yes, and it is a beast. We saw it last night. Cousin Bilbo was almost eaten.
But were you alright?
A bit winded and scared, but yes, I'm mostly worried about you.
And don't forget hungry.
Yes. Pocket scone.
Always hungry.
And now you're going to go investigate it? That is so terribly brave of you.
Thank you. I will do what I can to make our home safe, and we will overcome this, and I will be the husband you need, and you deserve.
Just be sure you come back. And don't get cold, it's a chilly night. And she takes off her scarf and wraps it around your neck.
Ooh,
Bring this back for me.
I will. I will return it, and we will enjoy our wedding and live happily ever after.
Are you not going to pass the scarf back through the screen?
I can't hold on.
Just chuck it at the camera.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Perfect.
Change
Then
color a
she'll
little
go
bit, but it's
upstairs.
okay.
After giving Rory a big hug, be brave and be strong, brother.
I will try. I will try. You should.
You will do. Hold up
I
the
will.
Brandy Buck name.
Very true. I will do that.
Then she'll retire.
Perfect. All right. So, with your ham in tow, you make your way to Crick Hollow, which is the farm where, Rollo, not Ruffalo, Rollo Boffin. I can see how that happened. I totally
Thank
can.
you!
Yeah. Rollo Boffin.
I just
Ruffalo,
said his
yeah.
name and you started laughing at me. I was like, what's happening right now?
What did I do?
What did I do? Rollo Boffin. You make your way to his farm. Oh my gosh. So it's not hard to find what's happened here. You don't see any damage to the house itself, but if you kind of search around in the property, you'll see signs of disturbance. The flower beds are trampled. There's bark ripped from some of the trees nearby as if by animal claws. Find the carcasses of a few dead rabbits. And most disturbing of all, there are great gouges in the rear door of Rollo Boffin's house. Yeah,
Oh.
indeed.
Like
These,
around the doorknob?
Like,
Like all over.
yeah.
Do these look like they are the same size that could be made by the creature we saw?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything burnt or charred anywhere?
No.
Can I try and track this thing with like an explore or a scan roll?
You could make a scan roll, yes.
I would love to make a scan roll. This is something that I am favored in.
Dadgum.
Woohoo.
Let's go! Oh, not an amazing roll. Let's see. That is... Oh, it's enough, though. It's actually exactly.
Got a success?
I got a success. No sixes.
You're kind of looking around and checking out the property, and you think you see, like, the flower beds are all trampled, and you see where some of the dirt from the flower beds kind of heads off in a particular direction, and you spot a small trail leading toward the eastern end of the property. It appears so this trail kind of dips and runs toward the very high hay itself, which is on the far side of Buckland. Do you sort of follow it?
Bilbo would check with his companions first to make sure they're ready to. Have they steeled themselves for this?
Steeled, as steeled as I can be.
Exactly.
Brave
Yeah,
hobbits.
I think we go.
I am stolen. Yes.
Okay.
Listen, this is our home. You all understand that, right? Something has come into our home and is trying to frighten us. But we will not be cowed by the unknown.
Okay.
Well,
Walk
This
forth
is-
bravely.
this is actually Rollo's home, but I understand what you're saying.
Fool of a took! Just fall into line, and I'm going to start walking.
Okay. You start walking. You're heading, down this path, heading toward the high hay, which is basically like really tall hay. It's called the high hay because you're hobbits, I think, probably. Anyway. And as you get a little closer toward it, you get an uncanny sense that you're being watched. And it's actually, as you get right up by the high hay, the beast jumps out, striking at you, leaping from a long shadow cast by the rising sun against the high hay. It's going to lunge at the nearest of you. Let me tell you which of you that is.
Oh my.
Don't mind. Oh, that will be Rory, who is the nearest. So it's. Oh goodness. What's your parry, Rory?
17.
17?
Yep.
Okay. It's going to hit you.
Sure it is.
Yeah. That will do 5 damage to your endurance.
Excellent.
And then it turns and runs away down the path after it hits you. It like claws at you and it's like, ah! And then it flees.
I will fire a very late arrow that I've managed to finally knock and let loose after it. That, but it's too far.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and roll anyway? Just add
All right.
plus 7
Plus 7
to your target number. Yeah.
target. All right.
Oof.
Be tough to do, but you could do it.
No.
No?
If
Okay.
you'd added plus 2,
Plus 2.
but no, not at plus 7.
Okay. Well, hey. It was a long shot.
Just showing
Literally.
Cousin Bilbo that I'm up for this.
So sorry. Okay. Yeah. So what do you want to do? It's like zipped off down the path.
Let's chase after this thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Pursuit.
Drive
And
it
this
from
time I'm
these
going to have my
lands.
weapon ready for
Yeah.
if a surprise attack happens again. And Bilbo will
Smart.
urge everyone else to do the same.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
Smart thinking.
Yep.
Okay. So the path away from Crick Hollow to the high hay, it dips and it goes low for a while and eventually comes to a brick-lined gap in the hedge where it ends in a set of thick iron bars that are set in this wall. And it looks like it probably once formed a pretty sturdy barrier, but the gate is all bent and twisted as if by some creature from the old forest trying to get in. The old forest is on the other side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like the looks of this.
Yeah.
I think we might be close to its lair. Let's creep quietly, hobbits. Can we stealth?
Stealth.
Stealth?
Stealth is a thing
Great.
that hobbits
Nice.
are good at. Yeah.
I'm great at stealth.
Perfect at the stealthing.
I'm not going to say anything about my ability to stealth because then my dice will betray me.
I got a Gandalf rune and a Tangwar.
Ooh, you can
I'm
help somebody
very-
else stealth if
Very
needed.
quiet.
Regular success.
I will help Esmeralda be quiet.
Helping
By that-
Esmeralda.
By
Okay.
that look.
Amanda, do I need to send you some dice? What's up?
It won't help. As soon as they come within my general proximity, they will turn to evil. That is
Okay.
just what happens.
I need to like make you like a little box that recharge your dice luck.
Don't let
Amanda
me
proof
actually
written on the top.
don't let me actually touch them. I need like a magic 8-ball type system so that I'm
Shake
never
box.
actually touching the dice.
Beautiful. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
What happens when Drogo assists me in being stealthy? Because I'm quite bad at it on my own, apparently.
All right. So you're gonna slip through the iron gate.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You're moving into the old forest proper.
Oh.
Let me have a little bit of So this is the old forest. Countless tales are told from Buckland to the White Downs about the strange affairs of this untamed wild. To your surprise, the forest itself does not immediately leap out to attack you as soon as you step past the bent iron gate and fully into the woods. Instead, a thin collection of trees, bent and gnarled, surrounds you, just out of reach, their full branches not quite touching you. A wide path, barely visible from the gate, runs east and slightly to the north over a low rise where you see a break in the trees. After a brief walk through moss-covered trees growing in countless shapes and sizes, you come to a wide, bare space where no trees grow. It forms a wide circle, and the sun reaches down, unobscured by the thick canopy of reaching branches and wide leaves. Beyond this point, the old forest grows thick and free. Trees, gnarled and twisted, with great roots sticking up from the ground and dipping back down again, grow freely as there is little in the way of a path, and the ground continues a slow ascent. The sense that you are an unwanted visitor and are being watched grows in your mind. In this wild and twisted place, it is clear that the burnt beast will have an advantage, and your hunt will be most difficult. So,
Can we go back to the baiting plan where we bring the beast to us instead of chasing after it into the terrifying darkness?
Still a good idea.
Break out the hams.
We brought ham, right?
We
Yeah.
did bring ham.
so you know everything you need to know about Ham.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you know about the Old Forest?
I don't know anything about the old forest other
Would
than
this
it's
be a
scary
lore
and we
check?
shouldn't go there.
I'm sure I've read something while in
It
Buckland,
could be a lore check for those that would like
I
to
will-
attempt a lore
Yeah,
check.
no, it's
Yeah, I'll
totally.
try.
See if I can recall.
Oh, that's not a good.
I passed.
Okay, good.
15 is a success.
Okay. Any Tengwars? No?
No tangle.
Just some couple successes? Okay. Here's what you know about the Old Forest. So the rumor is that it is actually alive in some way. Like you've heard rumor of this, and that somehow it actively dislikes visitors. Hobbits generally avoid the Old Forest, but there are a tale of tweens and others like making their way into it and living to tell the tale. So it doesn't mean you're like necessarily going to die just because you set foot in the Old Forest.
It's not
but-
deadly, just discouraging.
Yeah, there are rumors that the trees themselves will twist their roots and tangle their branches to make your way through it more difficult. Long ago the hobbits actually drove the Old Forest back. They like cut and burned parts of it that had tried to move in to attack the hedge along the edge of Buckland. But yeah, they got pushed away with fire.
Yeah, I wonder why it doesn't like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going to hunt for the burnt beast in the old forest, you'll need one person in the group to be a scout. The scout will basically be trying to make sure that you are not lost, that you're making your way as you need to through the old forest. And that person will be making explore rolls, just in a game mechanics sense. Then everybody else can be hunting, looking for signs of the beast's passage, and they'll be making hunting rolls.
Ooh. I'm good at scan. I'm not good at hunting.
I'm decent at hunting.
I'm going to once again advocate for we don't chase the beast through the terrifying dark woods. We bring it to us. We stay here and we bring the beast to us with the ham.
I'm on that. Absolutely.
When I was in Mirkwood, says Bilbo thoughtfully. And he cuts a glare at Esmeralda as she sighs. This will be in my book, and you are getting a free look at it, so you should pay attention. This is an honorable moment. But I was in Mirkwood, and the dwarves were walking through, and they were being quite loud. Everything bad came to them. These huge spiders came from the trees. So perhaps if we set up the ham, and then one of us made hurt sounds, like a rabbit that's been caught in a trap, but hobbity, it could come to us.
Okay.
And we could hunker down and attack it from all sides at once.
An ambush, yeah.
I think this is a reasonable plan to try. I don't know if it will succeed, but we do need to bring it to us in some way to lure it. So that's why I'm suggesting hurt sounds, singing, something.
And the ham.
And the ham.
And
Yes.
the ham.
Bird
And also,
sounds, singing, and ham. Yeah.
Huh?
Seems like the perfect bait for a burned beast.
Yeah. Maybe it's hungry for hobbitses. Can we find like a smallish clearing, Will, where there's
Or,
maybe
like,
some
in a-
hollow
You're in
we're in
like
a
the
clearing.
last clearing, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
The trail, as far as you can tell, leads off into the part of the woods that doesn't really have clearings.
Where it gets scary.
Yeah.
All right. I like the looks of this log right here. I'm gonna hide over here.
I would like to volunteer to be the bait,
Paladin?
or at least to try to call this thing in.
Can we make a suit of ham and put it and have Paladin wear it?
How would that work? Bilbo seems interested. He's fascinated by this idea. Explain it to him.
You cut off slices of the ham and then sew it together into a ham shirt and pants, and you make Paladin wear it.
Paladin, how do you feel about this?
Honestly, the logic is sound.
What? Bilbo did not expect that answer, and he quickly turns to look over at Esmeralda. Like, can you
would
believe
it
this
not
shit?
make more sense just hold the ham so you can discard it when the thing attacks?
Well, it would certainly be faster.
I think you should do that. I would like all of
Okay.
us to make it back.
I have a better idea, actually.
Okay.
Let's put the ham on the ground, and we can all hide.
Perfect.
Can you tell me what weapons you all have really quickly? Sorry.
Oh.
Sword.
I have a sword.
I
Sting?
have a bow.
Rocks, scones.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Nothing to worry about. Just
I'm sure that there's nothing at all to be
I
concerned with.
feel like if
there.
we were holding fire, the trees would be like, "Ka-ba-ba!"
Paladin also has a suit of ham armor.
Right. +1.
+1, yeah.
no.
No.
Are you sure?
Some shock.
I mean, you can have a suit of ham armor, but it is purely decorative, I'm afraid.
I'll take it. Okay. So yeah, I guess
You're wearing ham. All right. Hobbits are handy. I think you could make it happen.
You
Whatever
see
you want.
Roy Mac just like sewing like pieces of ham together.
If you spiral cut it, it'll all come out in one piece. And then you
Yes.
can just-
Oh, good thought, Drogo.
oh,
Yes.
like a sarong. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what we've this is what we've come to. This is
So
where
was
we
this
are.
in your list of expectations for the night?
I did not expect ham suit tonight. No. Did not.
Something new every time.
Something new every time. Yeah. Okay. So you like set up your trap, everybody hides, Paladin sits in the middle of the clearing, and how long would you like to wait?
Well, can we make some performances checks to see if we can get this thing to come over to us?
You're making performances checks, like trying to make sound.
Ow! That hurt! My poor leg!
I am
Oh,
gravely
didn't-
wounded and can't run away.
It
I
didn't really
spilled all
look like
this
it was.
bacon grease.
You didn't get the sense from it that it was smart enough to necessarily
Fair.
care about acting.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Can we just do it anyway?
Sure.
All right.
Please do. Yeah. You want
Would
to
this
make a
be
roll?
a persuade?
Persuade. Good question.
What roll is this? Riddle?
I kind of like song
Yeah, I think
for it,
riddle.
honestly.
No, I think riddle.
Song. Riddle? Okay.
Riddle or maybe
Oh,
song.
I'm good in riddle.
If you're actually
Okay.
singing, then yeah, but otherwise probably riddle.
Are you going to make us sing?
Oh, I even failed that.
I'm
Dang
going to
it.
spend a point of hope.
Ooh, yes, I am too.
Success.
I still failed it.
21 with a 6.
Okay.
Wow.
Some serious ham happening.
Yeah, that is some serious.
We're really
ham.
hamming it up.
You really ham it up. Yeah, you do, and you know that this is a good performance. That's how good it is. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, I wish there were more people here to see this because this was amazing.
The trees are going to start liking us at this
The
point.
trees, yeah, they may see you as a sympathetic character in this story from now on. It's hard to say. Yeah, but no burnt beast.
Mm. That's some grade A ham, though.
No
Yeah.
beast.
Do we just keep like every 10 minutes we walk over and just shave off a little for ourselves?
Of the yeah.
Sure. Why
How
not?
long do you guys want to wait?
I mean, it's a big forest. I would think we'd wait a couple hours.
A couple
At
hours
least.
at least. Yeah.
Okay.
You watch, it's probably not even in here.
I mean, you could make a hunting check and see if you could see
I'm doing that.
if it's anywhere near here or if it has been here.
Oh, why the dice flew away? I'm spending a point of hope. That is a failure.
All right.
Failed hunting roll, eh? All right.
No, no.
Give me a second here.
Great.
So you're looking around, inspecting where if you see if you can see trace of the wolf, and you go kind of into an area where the leaves of some of the undergrowth is a little more shiny. It's a little more dark green, and you brush across it with your skin, and it's some kind of poison ivy or something. You lose 2 endurance.
Oh no.
You can make a healing roll to attempt to mitigate the 2 endurance loss.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Why not? Ooh, that's a failure also.
Yeah. Okay.
You touched your eyes.
You try and slap some ham on it, and you're like, nope, ham doesn't work, so you eat it instead. All right.
The ham is not a cure.
You wait a couple hours and no sign of the burnt beast as yet. Yeah. The sun is getting pretty high at this point.
Well, it's normally only out during the evening. It might be hiding or sleeping right now.
Do you think our ham's not good enough?
I'm pretty sure the ham is fine.
Better test it.
Good point.
Well,
Seems fine.
I think you're onto something with the sunset thing.
Shall we,
I guess.
for lack of a better word, and until evening?
I would be happy to tell some stories.
All right.
Sure.
Let's get just relaxed enough to let our guard down, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be smart.
Great idea. Everyone's super enthralled with the story, and that's when we're attacked.
Yeah. So you sit around and tell stories and eat ham until dark. That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. It starts to get dark after a few hours. The stories are entertaining because, of course, it's Bilbo, and Bilbo has been a lot of different places. And to those of you hobbits who've never left the Shire, it's kind of hard to get enough of that sort of thing. It's really entertaining. And the ham, toward the end of the day, is going to start to smell a little bit, but it's still edible. You're pretty sure.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Nothing to
Meat
worry
stink
about.
is attractive to beasts.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. And the sun sets, and I'm gonna say to one edge of the clearing, there's kind of this big thorn thicket, and from under the strangling vines, you see a familiar pair of burning eyes. The burnt beast slinks forth from the darkness, and an instant later, a chill runs down your spine as a second pair of eyes appears in the darkness, only a moment before another of these horrid creatures comes forth, intent on devouring you and your friends.
Okay, I was wrong.
It's so clearly it's not just one of these shadowed predators prowling the old forest, but a mated pair that has been cornered and driven to defend the bramble-ridden thorn hedge.
Paladin!
They leap forward, prepared to finish you and your friends off now that there's no more people from the Shire near to hear your screams. So, opening volley. You all can have an opening volley if you have a distance weapon of some sort.
Yes.
You can make an opening volley.
Okay.
So that's just a normal combat roll for your distance weapon.
All right. I got 14, which
So your target number is just your strength TN.
my strength. Okay, so not enough. So I'm going to spend a point of hope to add a die,
Okay.
which does get me enough. And I have 2 Tangwar runes as well.
Okay.
Wow.
Impressive.
I'm going to say one of these burnt beasts is slightly larger than the other one so that we can sort of distinguish them, but otherwise they look almost exactly the same.
And they both have burnt hair?
Yes. I know.
What does this mean?
I need some scone for this.
So, Drogo, first, you're going to hit, right? So, were you aiming at the larger one or the smaller one?
I will aim at the larger one.
Okay. And what is your weapons damage?
I'm looking that up right now. It is a damage of 3.
3? Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. Yeah, you definitely get it with your arrow, and it who else got a success?
Oh,
Okay.
I haven't rolled yet. I have to do that. But
Oh,
I do
okay.
I am shooting at it.
Shooting
but
it. Great.
I did not succeed.
Okay. I'm sorry about your dice, Amanda.
Sorry about
It's
my
just
dice
not.
too.
It's not fun. All right.
How they are.
Bilbo, was yours
Bilbo
successful?
Bilbo got a success and is doing 1 damage to the larger of them. Just rock.
Throwing a rock.
Yeah, so fast. Bops it right in the snoot.
Okay. I mean, the rest of you could throw a rock too, potentially, if you wanted to.
Hey, didn't we all have daggers?
Yeah, I thought we did.
Some of you did, yeah.
I'm throwing a dagger.
You're gonna throw a dagger? Okay.
I am.
Do it.
Throw the knife at it.
Dagger,
Yeah.
rock. What do you got, Rory?
Ooh, that's a...
I'm gonna throw a rock. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a miss.
Okay.
By a lot.
Does a 4 mean anything?
A 4 for your attack. For your attack roll.
Yeah, we'll call that a failure. We'll just call it a failure.
You like?
Yeah,
I envision you like throw something. You're throwing the dragon and like a slab of ham.
I
Like,
think that's
like
fair.
slaps
Did you
in
use
the,
your
like,
sword
rocks your
skill
face.
for the dagger?
I did not. Is that? Can I do that?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
I'll allow it.
Still a failure.
Oh shoot! All right. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna move into the battle proper. Opening volley is done. So what that means is there's 3 parts to battle in the One Ring. You have your stance. So everybody's gonna select their stance, and then we'll do engagement, where we choose kind of who's engaging where, and then we do attack roll resolution. So stance is very simple in the basic game for the box set. You can either be close combat or you can be ranged combat. That's it. We can only have 1 ranged combat person. We can have ranged combat people if there are at least 2 close combat people.
Okay. Close combat.
Close combat.
Close combat.
Close combat.
Close combat. Okay.
I will be ranged.
Ranged?
If I can. Yeah.
And ranged. Okay. Perfect. All
And
right. and then-
Esmeralda's just gonna like cheer us on.
She's
I'm
doing
going
right.
to at least attempt to fire my bow at them.
Okay. Perfect. So we've got our stances. So next is engagement. So since there's only 2 of them and 3 of you, I will tell you which 2 of you they are attempting to engage. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that because there's something kind of special here. So we'll get to that. All right. So we're going to do close combat. So you just tell me which one you're trying to hit. Since you outnumber them, that's fine if 2 of you double up on one, but 3 of you can't double up on one.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So close combat always goes first. So let's do, you can all roll at the same time if you like. So Rory, Bilbo, Paladin, go ahead and roll close combat. And I'm going to make some rolls for the, no, they go after players. My bad.
Can you spend hope during combat?
You can.
Okay. All right. Success.
Awesome. All right. Tell me who was going after the larger one?
Bilbo would tell you two to team up on the same one, and he's going to try and handle the
Okay.
one solo.
So
Okay.
yeah, we'll take the big one.
You two on the big one, Bilbo on the small one. Got it. All right. So tell me your weapons damage.
4.
2.
3. Paladin over here.
Yeah.
Throwing out some mean damage.
Did any of you get any Tengwars? Any 6s?
I did.
You did?
No.
Yep, I got 1.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about that. So there's a few things you can do when you get a Tengwar in this game, when you're in battle. First thing you can do is you can do a heavy blow. That adds your strength value to the damage if you want.
Okay.
You can also choose to fend off, and so you can do that with a close combat weapon, and it gives you a +2 parry modifier against the next attack that's aimed against you.
Okay.
The last thing you can do, and I think, were you using a sword?
Yes, I was.
Okay, never mind. You can't do it. You needed 2 Tengwars, so no worries.
Okay.
So those are the 2 things you can do: heavy blow or fend off.
And I can use my strength.
Yeah, it's gonna be like your strength, your actual strength number, which is the
which
top.
is the 4. Yep.
Yep.
So if I did that, I would do 6 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I want to do that.
You want to do that?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. You slash into it with your sword, a mighty blow, and it kind of, they don't make sound. It's so strange. It doesn't howl. It doesn't scream. It doesn't do anything. It just.
That is
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
All right. And Bilbo, you slash into yours as well. So, okay, damage from all of them. Now, our folks in ranged mode, go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh, well, that couldn't have been any worse. So that's a miss for me.
Oh no!
I also missed.
You both miss?
Yes.
What?
Hey Amanda, hold your dice up to the camera for a second. I'm gonna blow some luck onto these.
All
Alright, they're gonna roll better now.
Okay,
triple
thank
ones.
you.
Putting that out there.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3, so you know.
Well, they can't really roll worse, can they?
No, it's pretty bad.
Okay. It's their turn. So, normally what happens is in the One Ring, when you're in a rearward or a ranged weapon stance, you can't be attacked by people who aren't also in a rearward or ranged weapon stance that can shoot at you from across distance.
Sure.
But in this case,
Oh no.
you can. And so one of the wolves is going to attack Rory in the front. And then one of them is going to attack Drogo. And he's actually going to like jump into the back over the other hobbits and attack you.
Okay.
The one that I was fighting?
Yes.
I was gonna feel so bad.
Oh, goodness.
I don't want the lore master to say, "Oh goodness," when the
Okay. So
Seems bad.
Rory, the one that was attacking you, hit, and he had a Tengwar. I'm gonna say he's gonna use the fend off ability and improve his parry.
Okay.
And I forgot they already have a +2 parry. So for your future attack rolls,
They've got to be +2 over what?
+2. Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
That's gonna be so difficult.
Oh, this one got a Gandalf rune.
Oh no.
He's definitely gonna hit.
Drogo!
I have to survive. I have dreams of giving birth to an heir.
Drogo, yeah, so 5. So you'll each take 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that goes on to your endurance, and neither of you are weary, I don't think, because you don't have like tons of armor and stuff, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
At what point do you become weary?
When you are not out of endurance, it's not at 0, but it's at or below whatever your load is.
Load.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you wear a ton of armor, you get weary faster, but armor really helps you to not be
not die.
damaged. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a trade-off. It's kind
Okay.
of cool the way it's done. All right. New round. So same as last time. Choose your stance. Does anyone want to change stances from last time?
No.
Since I've got a giant burnt beast in my face, I guess I will take up my dagger and try to fend him off.
Well, you can still use your rearward attack if you want to, I would say, or your ranged attack.
Okay, then I'll keep my bow out then.
Yeah, he's bouncy. You never know where he might end up.
Fair.
Yeah,
Can I charge the one that went and attacked Drogo?
yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, I'm gonna be close then.
Help me.
Okay.
Oh.
So our up close people roll first.
So I spent another point of hope because I couldn't let the 2 6s go. So I got a success with 2 Tanguer runes.
I'm gonna set a point of hope as well, and that's when you just roll the d12, right?
Yeah.
D6.
D6. You add another D6 to it.
You add another d6. Okay.
So, okay, so you have an option when you get the Tengwar. If you're using a bow or a spear, you only need 1, but if you have a sword, you need 2. Since you got 2, this is a thing you could do. You could pierce. So pierce lets you hit a less protected part of the adversary's body, and basically your main D12 that you rolled, it lets you +2 whatever was on there, and possibly trigger a piercing blow, which piercing blow is that number on your weapon that's after the damage.
The injury?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so the injury on a sword is 16.
Yeah. Would that give you enough for an injury, or did you already have enough?
I had... No, not enough for an injury.
If you had +2.
Oh,
would it give
no,
you-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that is enough. That is enough.
Oh, yeah. So you could use them to do that if you want.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. And then Bilbo, you hit
I hit with 1/6.
with 1/6. So you can do the heavy blow, which adds your strength, or you can do the fend off, which protects you.
I'll add my strength.
Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry. Did you add the 4 to the target number?
I added 2 to the target number.
So
I think you said that had parry 2.
it's 2. It's got parry 2 of its own, but this one
Has
Oh,
another
no.
2 onto it.
it has another 2.
Okay, let me recalculate. I have 15 target numbers. That puts me to 19.
Yep.
I am at a total of 17.
Oh.
Okay.
So
So
I
you
missed?
would actually miss, yeah.
Dang it. All right.
Or is wait, is Bilbo attacking the one that went to Drogo?
Yeah, I went to the one that attacked Drogo.
I thought that one wasn't the one with the +2 parry.
Oh, you're right. It was the one that attacked you, Rory. My bad. So you do hit. You're good.
Thank you, Rory.
Yeah, so do you want to do... What kind of weapon are you using again?
Sting.
Sting. Okay, so it's a short sword. So a heavy blow with your strength, and that's going to add... How much is your strength?
3.
And it was 3 to begin with, right?
That's correct. So 6
Okay,
total.
so 6 total. Got it. So you slice into it with Sting. Yeah, goes through like a knife through hot butter. All right. And Rory, what was yours?
I got a success. I beat it by 1.
Okay.
And I did get a Tangwar. So I'm just gonna do another heavy blow.
Another heavy blow. Got it.
So that should do 6 again.
Okay. So you and Paladin both slice into this beast, and it crumples under your attacks and falls limp, dead to the ground, as far as you can tell.
Yes.
And then it turns to smoke and
What?
drifts up into the air.
Vampire wolves?
Yeah. And in the tenseness and fear of this situation, something strange happens. Breaking through all of that and through your weariness, you hear a strange voice rise, and the black beast that's still standing draws back away from you, looking toward the sound. Dancing as though at a spring festival, you see a wanderer merrily skipping about in yellow boots.
Tom Bombadil!
Taller than a hobbit, though not as tall as a man, his face sports a careful smile, and he sweeps off his great floppy hat with a bow to you.
Oh my
and
God.
then again,
rhyme,
he
do
sweeps
the
off his
rhyme.
hat and bows to the burned beast, and puts his hat back on. Rising again, he straightens his blue jacket, and he speaks in kind of a sing-song rhyme. Hey ho, silly-o, tramp across the forest. Little creatures underfoot, black dogs are the sorest. Go now, silly dogs, cast away your ire. Hobbits only hope to help. Come now, little dogs, don't no need to be so dire. And he prances over to you, and the burned beast that's remaining breaks off and flees from his presence back into the woods. He doesn't pay really any heed to the burned beast. He's definitely interested in you. So he sings the brief rhyme and merrily bids you, good hobbits, come to Tom's house, visit and stay a while.
Oh, okay.
And he starts off through the forest.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we have to follow him then.
I'm gonna put Drogo's arm over my shoulders because he was hurt. Hurry along.
Yeah, you can try a healing roll really quick if you want to. Or you can just hurry to the house.
I'm just gonna hurry to the house. I'm not gonna let Tom Bombadil get ahead of me. What if he forgets
Right.
that I exist?
Probably smart, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
This was
you
unexpected.
you follow him along, and eventually you wind back and forth along the Withywindle, across it, and you come up onto a small ridge that sits just above the river. There's a little bit of a garden there where there are some vegetables and things growing, and there's the House of Tom Bombadil. You're here. As you enter inside, Tom tells you many things, referring, of course, to himself in the third person at all times. Things about the forest and its wonder and its beauty, and about the burned beasts, and about how once there was a good people that lived to the east and the north of this forest, but their people were killed in a terrible war, and these beasts were once the hounds owned by a lord of men who lived there. But they perished alongside their lord among terrible flames. And although they were loyal, at one point, evil spirits descended upon the Barrow Downs where all of these men are buried, and the hounds turned into dark reflections of what they once were.
So they're ghost dogs?
Of a sort, yes.
Oh.
Now, they are terrible creatures, but yet not entirely evil. Tom thinks perhaps something of their faithful nature may remain. They seldom attempt to kill, but their malice is growing year after year. It could be that we could find a way that you could give them peace. Perhaps they might find their way back to being fine companion hounds if only they could be released from their wretched state.
How could we do that?
Tom thinks you might be able to give them proper names, and as such, they would return to be loyal and true. Yes. Tom doesn't fear hounds. The hounds leave Tom to be, my Marys.
Good. What's a good name for a hound?
And how would we name them? Do we just speak the name in their presence and command them to heal?
Tom spends a little bit of time singing to you a couple of songs. These songs, I'm not going to repeat them because, frankly, they're not written in the book, and I'm not going to make something up. So, but he sings to you 3 different strange little songs. They're fairly simple, like children rhymes, but he says, recite those songs to the hounds the next time you see them, and then name them. And with that, he merrily bids you all a good night, and please sleep in my home, and in Tom's home, sorry. And yeah, when dawn comes, set out and sing to the burnt beasts, and give them a name.
Oh, okay.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does anyone else feel like they have no idea what is going on? Who is this guy?
He's Tom.
That's Tom Bombadil.
Yeah, I know that's what he said, but who is he? Why does he live in the old forest?
He's
From
a
here
good-
and near the hillow.
All I know is the scones that he left us are delicious.
It is very good food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you think he noticed my ham mail?
He didn't say anything about it, although it is starting to get pretty
Stinky.
stinky.
Yeah. Your
Yeah,
hand mail.
Yeah.
You
Your Hamalar armor.
you do feel better. If you lost endurance, let's say you gain back half of it here in
Okay.
Tom's house.
Nice.
All right.
Quick time check. This one's a little longer than the other ones
Yeah,
were.
that's fine.
Is that all right? Okay.
It's fine with me. Yeah.
Everybody okay to go a little further?
Mhm.
Okay.
We gotta sing to some puppers.
That's right. Okie dokie. So the following morning, you awake and Tom is there and he tells you the burnt beasts are prowling around their lair nearby a thorny thicket and points off in a direction. You'll find them there, should you look.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
I
look.
guess to the thorny thicket to find the beasts.
Okay.
Does everybody remember the songs?
I've got a pretty good mind for rhyme. I think I got most of the lyrics down.
Yeah. Get your song rolls ready. Now, here's the thing. The beasts are probably still going to attack you.
Okay.
Right? And so some people will need to try and potentially hold them off while others sing. Because you can't sing and fight at the
Right.
same time. Not
Right.
these songs
Okay.
anyway. So a thing to consider. So you wander down toward the thicket of mention, and sure enough, the burned beasts are there, and they come out into the shaded areas, and they're ready to attack. So no opening volley this time, I'm going to say. But who is going to be on the attack and who is going to be singing? You will need to pass 3 successful song rolls by any of you to tame the beasts.
I will sing.
I'll attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have I only have 2 in
I-
song, but I don't know if that's better than anybody else.
That's what I have.
Yeah, same.
I'll attack with Paladin.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah. I'll attack as well, and then
Okay, I will
let
try to
Drogo.
also. I will try to also sing. Maybe
Nice.
between the two of us, we will manage 3 successes
You'll
eventually.
remember the lyrics.
Okay, so we've got 2 singers and 3 fighters. Got it. So, and the 3 of you, you're going to be in forward position, yeah, or in
Close combat.
close
Yeah,
combat.
close combat.
Mhm.
I keep trying to use the full rules version. My bad. Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay. And interestingly enough, like I didn't mention it before, but there are 2 of them still. Like one of them, you're pretty sure you defeated yesterday, but again, today there are 2.
There's 2 again.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Ghosts and everything.
So they're going to attack, and the 2 of you who are singing will get a chance to sing, but let's do the first attack really quick. So close combat, the 3 of you, 1 burnt beast apiece. All right. Who's going for the larger one?
I'll go for the larger one.
Larger one. Okay. You got a success?
I just got a regular old plain success.
Okay, so that's how much?
2 damage.
2 damage. Got it. All right. Got a success from Bilbo.
Got a success and a 6.
A success and a 6. All right. What would you like to do? Would you like to add to your damage, or would you like to protect?
Protect. Because we don't want to kill these things. They have to be alive for us to sing to them.
That's true. Okay, so you're going to do 3 damage. Where are you going after, the large one or the small one?
I'll go for the small one.
Okay. 17, and you'll get +2 to your parry next time around. Okay. All right. And Paladin.
I failed my roll with a point of hope.
Oh, no. All right. Okay. And they attack. First one attacks Paladin. Second one attacks. What? They can't do that. The second one attacks Bilbo. Okay.
My
Paladin.
parry is a 17, if that matters. Oh, +2, 19.
Paladin, what's your current parry?
17.
17? Right, I think you all have 17. Okay. That one's going to hit, and it got a Tengwar. Bilbo. So yours is at 19?
19 this time because I have the +2 to
Oh
parry.
my word. It missed so hard. Okay. Okay. So Paladin, you... I don't remember how much damage they do. I gotta go back. Yes. 5. No. 5 damage from fangs. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yikes.
His fangs tear into you. Okay. And then the singing. Let the singing begin.
Okay.
You've got this strange little rhyming ditty in your head, a couple of them from Tom Bombadil.
I'm going to spend a point of hope.
Yeah, I think I might want to do that too.
And I have a success, barely, no Tengwar.
Ah.
I still don't have a success.
No!
Oh no!
The blessed dice were not so blessed!
It's
No.
Hey Dilly-O, not Hey Dilly-Yo. Okay.
Oh, right. Right.
Okay. You're pretty sure you successfully sang the one song, Drogo, so you feel like you can probably move on to the next one,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
All right.
All right. You don't see a noticeable change in the beasts at the moment, but maybe that's all to come later. All right, another round of combat. So go ahead and make your attack rolls. I'm going to roll for the two of them right now. Tell you who they're attacking. Rory and Bilbo.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa. You got off easy last time, Bilbo, but not this time.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
All right, tell me what you got.
I got
Success?
I got a success, just a regular success.
So that's two.
2. Yep.
Okay.
I got a Gandalf rune and a Tangway rune.
Okay, so a success, and you can either do more damage or get protection.
I will go with the. Is that fend off? Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go with fend off.
Fend off. Okay.
Yep.
So, and you do 4 damage, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So, okay. And then Bilbo, success, yeah?
I
Oh,
failed.
fail.
And I failed so hard that I don't think a point of hope would save me.
Mm.
Oh, no. All right. Well, maybe that's because it savages you. How much endurance do you actually have?
So this will be the first time that I've taken a hit to my endurance.
Yeah.
So right now I'm at full of 23.
23. Okay. So it's going to do 10 damage to you, and then it's going to get a protection on itself as well.
Okay.
Okay. So it'll be 2 harder to hit next time around.
Okay.
All right. And then Rory, the other one is going to it's going to hit you. And how much endurance do you have?
I have 21.
21?
I'm actually 5 down. Yeah.
You're 5 down though? Holy crap. Okay, so it's actually going to hit you for 10.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. All right. A little urgency on the singing here, guys.
Yeah.
Time to sing.
Time to sing. Time to sing like we mean it. I did it! I sang a song!
Yay!
Yeah.
Finally passed a check.
You remembered the second song.
Remember the
Yay.
second song. You're muted, Higgins.
I passed as well, and I had a Tangwar.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. So the burnt beasts, as they hear the fading echoes of the last words of the lighthearted and yet somehow inspiring songs, they become light of heart, as if all the darkness and sorrow is washed away from them. And they stop attacking, and now is a chance that you can give them names.
I think Hungry should name them.
Ooh, good idea.
Since,
Yeah.
since Hungry gave us the super chat at the beginning of the session, Hungry, we're going to allow you to name the these two beasts that we so soothingly sang to. But yeah, so we'll wait and let Hungry come up with 2 names if he would like.
The pressure's on.
I know. So do they all of a sudden just calm down? Is that
They
what
just
we
calm
see?
down. They stop attacking. Flopsy and Mopsy.
Flopsy and Mopsy. I love it.
Do they do the little dog head cock thing of like, huh?
So you name them? Who? Yeah.
I
You
love it.
name
I
them
love
Flopsy
it.
and Mopsy. And once the power of the song takes hold and the new names have taken hold, the ashen features of the burnt beasts fade away. Their eyes brighten from that fiery red to a gentle gray. And their manes take on a more wholesome color, less dark and more burnt, and more dark and smooth and nice coat. They're joyful, even cheerful creatures, and they run away to play on the paths of the old forest, and move on beyond the edge of your sight. So, having released the hounds from the curse, you can make your way out of the old forest now, and it doesn't like seem to get in your way at all. Like you're like, I think Buckland is that way, and you head that way, and sure enough, before too awfully long, you find yourself back in Buckland.
Hooray!
Yeah. Once you're there, you'll be given a warm welcome by Gorbadoc Brandybuck again, or as we like to call him. And you'll spend, of course, another night of fine eating and resting in Brandy Hall before you eventually cross the Brandywine River and back into the Marish to head back to Farmer Maggot's. So you'll eventually arrive at Farmer Maggot's house just in time for dinner and find that the farmer is intent on rebuilding his chicken coop. As you greet Maggot, to your surprise and amazement, the once cursed dogs appear out of nowhere and run to Maggot, barking merrily. At first, the farmer is a bit fearful, but both dogs tackle him and begin to lick him and play with him. Slowly, Maggot's demeanor changes, and he begins to pet and play with them. In time, Maggot gently brings them to heel and calls you to join him for dinner. As you sit at the dinner table, Maggot asks if these fine beasts have names.
They do.
What are their names?
Flopsy and Mopsy.
Flopsy and Mopsy? Silly. Those are silly names, but the hounds seem to like... they're into it. As you recount what happened in the old forest, you realize that the friendliness of the two dogs towards Maggot must be some sort of gift from Tom. Could it be that they know each other? So you have a hearty cooked meal. Maggot, says that he is not one to keep beasts around necessarily, but these dogs seem rather fine and might make good breeding stock for years to come. If any fierceness in their hearts remains, that'll make them better protectors of my family.
Pop. It's a dog.
He's a dog. And he thanks you for all of your aid and asks you if you'll stay for the night.
Well, of course.
Of course, yes.
Sure, yeah.
You've still got
Could
mushrooms.
not possibly turn down Farmer Maggot's hospitality.
Yeah.
And scones in the morning.
That's right. You wake up to the smell of fresh baked scones again on the following morning. And when you come down and start to enjoy breakfast together, Bilbo looks as if you've got something to say.
Bilbo looks around at all of you. The night before, he thought so much about how scared you were the very first time you'd seen these wolves, and then how you found your bravery, and it reminds him of his own past adventures. And as you all begin to break your fast, he's sitting there, not eating quite yet, just admiring, looking at you all, before lighting up his pipe and beginning to speak. I just wanted to say, this has been a wonderful little adventure, my dearest, dearest hobbits. There was a time when I thought that I would never find a hobbit quite like myself, be willing to walk into forests and meet strange creatures therein. And it warms my heart to know that hobbit folk, people just like you, just like me, we have so much that we are capable of, and you have all proven that. I am proud to know you all, and it was my honor to adventure with you. I have enough for my story, my book, so much research, and I hope that you pass on the lessons that you've learned to your little hobbitlings.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
And that scene. We're done.
Stay the plan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to everyone that joined us live. Thank you to all those that were active in the chat for this episode and for all the previous episodes. We greatly appreciate everyone that joins us on all these sessions. Thank you to, let's give a round of applause to our lore master, the one and only Will Munn. Thank you, Will, so much for stepping up to the plate in running this game. And yeah, I'll remind folks that if you'd like to run these scenarios, you can by just picking up the starter set, the One Ring starter set from Freely Publishing. It is it's just like this, and it's available.
If I
at a
can
friendly
do
local
it,
game store.
surely you can. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of content in there, and there's even material in there to run your own adventures in the Shire. So if folks want to do their own thing and not even run the 5 adventures and then run their own, that you've got enough in there to do your own thing with it as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. We hardly scratched that content at all. We did use just a touch of it here and there, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you to Amanda, to Austin, to Em, and to Ben. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing cast and committing to 5 sessions. Let's just go around and I'll let folks kind of plug the things that they do, where people can find more of your content or more of what you do in general. I'll let our lore master go first. How about that? Will, what folks want to know more about what you do, where should they go?
Yeah. Thanks, y'all. I've been Will. I am a TTRPG creator. You can find my stuff at adepticarus.com. I've made the world building and role playing game Arium. You can find there. We had a Kickstarter a couple years ago. We've got our stuff is available on DriveThruRPG and also on our site. And it's any nominated, so like pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very, very awesome. Amanda, I'll let you go next.
I'm Amanda Call, and you can read my webcomic Age of Night at ageofnight.com, and you can follow me on the internet at either Age of Night or Amanda Call Art, depending on what platform you're on.
Excellent. And our scone master extraordinaire, the one and only Austin.
Well, I'm boring. I don't have any content. So what you should do is, if you're looking to follow me, instead take that time and follow all of these people and your favorite content creators. But if you believe enough in yourself, then you too can find my spirit in your local game store, supporting them as well.
Absolutely. And Austin, I know we're all busy, but we would love to have you on for more sessions in the future. So
Always.
Greatly appreciate you giving time. And I know we've all had busy summers, and so I that's not lost on me, knowing that you all gave a lot of your time this year for these actual plays. Em, I'll let you go next.
I'm Em. I mainly make content with Level 1 Geek, though I've written for a couple of TTRPGs here and there. I love TTRPGs, and we believe that anyone should be able to hop into this hobby. You can check out our website where we blog about how to start playing, because it's an overwhelming world, but you can start at level 1, just like the rest of us.
Absolutely. All right. Ben, you're last but not least, my friend.
So you can find me here on Victory Condition Gaming. I'm part of the Chaotic Good cast. I bring some of the retail viewpoints into that show. I manage a local store up here in Burlington, Vermont. Or if you're into digital gaming as well, I stream on Twitch every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. Bring the coffee, I'll bring the games. We'll just hang out and have a good time.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, everyone, again for joining us. If you enjoyed this session, please hit that like button down below. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of our VCG community here on YouTube. We do all sorts of actual plays, interviews. We've got a whole bunch of content scheduled for next week. Even though it's the week we're headed to Granite Con for our big annual event, be on the lookout for all that content coming at you next week as well. Try to have content every week up here on the show. So we'd love to have you join us whenever you're able to. All right, that's going to do it for us. I'm going to get some pocket scones from Ben here in a second, and we're going to call it a show. Remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Take it.
This video is brought to you by Black Moon Games. Check out their products at shop-black-moon.com.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you would be so kind, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe, all the YouTube jazz that we're supposed to do here. It really is greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to support us more, you can check us out on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/victoryconditiongaming. We have all sorts of Patreon perks, and it definitely helps support our show. Thank you so much.